Yeah, it's definitely different. More bigger role and whatnot, but preparation's been all the same. So, just going into that environment, we're working on crowd noise because Kinnick Stadium's definitely one of the premier places to play. So, but we're working on it. We're ready for it. So I'm excited.
Do you have to compartmentalize with what's confronting you, or what the opportunity that you have, and your coach no longer being here?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different kind of stepping. We had kind of two changes, obviously, this week. So it's definitely a big role to step into, but Coach Smith has done an awesome job trying to help me get ready and just having ongoing conversations with me, what I like and what we need to do better and whatnot. So that's definitely been super helpful, just him hanging around the offense and talking to me as well.
How has Drew helped you this way? I know Coach Smith told us that he hasn't been around you guys yet, but how has he communicated with you, helping you get ready for this?
Yeah, so me and Drew talk every day over text. That's my guy, so I was just checking in on him. Obviously, that's a super tough situation for him. So as much as on the field, I'm checking in with him as a person as well. But he's just been super helpful, kind of tell me what to expect. He's played on a lot of big games on the road. So he's a great mentor on that aspect, just kind of what to expect and what to be ready for.
What kinds of things does he let you in on as far as trying to make checks at the line of scrimmage or dealing with crowd noise?
Yeah, really just got to come from the chest and really get up there, be quick with it, so you're going against the game clock. But really getting up there fast, saying what you got to say and get back, and then make sure everyone's on the same page is super important.
From your perspective on the sidelines the last few weeks, why do you think that things maybe weren't working like you guys wanted them to, and how can you maybe provide some remedy to that?
Yeah, that's tough to say. Just looking at it from that aspect, we played, UCLA was a great team, Northwestern was a great team, and they have great players. So, I mean, this is the Big Ten, so everyone's really good, and so it's hard for me to just say point out one or two things, but I think we talked about that as an offense, some things to improve on, and that's something we're really working on this week.
Ethan, how important is it for you to find, not that you don't have it, but to establish your voice as a leader, not just on offense, but across the locker room, because that's what the quarterback position is the nature of?
Yeah, that's huge. Really hearing your voice in the locker room, and that translates onto the field. So, guys respecting you in the locker room, and that's huge coming out here, making sure your voice is heard. I really just try to create a relationship with everybody in the locker room, and I think that's something I take pride in. Get into every position group, every person on the team, and just making sure, to have a relationship with them.
How prepared do you feel for this moment? Because I know you mentioned this offseason preparing like a starter, and now that it's here, I guess how did you feel prepared, or was there stuff you had to do this week that made you feel kind of like a different level of that?
Yeah, I definitely feel prepared. Talking with Coach O'Brien and Coach McSorley, there's definitely some things in this role that are a little bit different than in the past, but I think just their understanding of our offense and just the quarterback position in general has really helped me this week, and I feel super ready. Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable telling coaches like what you like and what you don't like as far as plays, and making sure you're confident and comfortable running those, or are you just more like, tell me what you want and I'll go do it?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think they do a great job asking us what we like, and then obviously in practice we can see, what works well. Our scout team does a great job, and then also like I'm just a guy that likes to just go out there and just play. So whatever Coach K dials up, I'm ready for. We prepare for all week in practice, and I'm just ready to go out there and run the play.
You talk about making your voice heard. When you came in for Drew for that one play in the huddle, do you feel like you accomplished that?
Yeah, I think so. Just being loud and vocal. That's something to talk about with all the people, all the crowd noise. And so I think I definitely did that. Doc and the receivers definitely did a great job. hyping me up, telling me they believe in me, Katron Allen, guys like that. So it definitely made me feel comfortable, that they had faith in me to go in there and do that.
Terry said on Monday that you guys need to get back to enjoying ball. And I know that, I don't know if it's too soon for that yet, but do you feel like you guys are making strides toward that? I mean, are you having fun the last few days?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's been an emphasis for me and the whole offense is making sure guys are having fun. Like the wide receivers make a big play. We're going down there celebrating that. And Coach Smith has really done a great job like emphasizing that. Like if we get a big play, like he wants to see you down there, giving them props. Running back breaks a tackle, makes a play, whatnot. Give them props. O-line, pancake, same thing. So I think that's we're definitely taking that to heart and really trying to work with it.
What's your personality like out there? Because I know like we've seen Drew, an intense guy, like when he gets plays and he makes maybe a touchdown or something like that. What is your personality like out there?
Yeah, kind of similar to Drew and intensity, but on the sideline, I want to hear your feedback. And I think Drew did a great job with that with the receivers. We had 3 new receivers come in, and I think we've made huge strides in kind of communicating what we see on the film. Obviously, having the sideline iPad has been super helpful. So seeing what we want, and I want you to come to tell me like, hey, I'm seeing this, because then that helps me like maybe I didn't see that on film, and I think that's super helpful to have those communications on the sideline.
I know you worked with him, in training camp, and everyone got to throw to everybody. But since the start of the season, you've been working more with like the second group. So how has it been, kind of rebuilding that chemistry with those guys?
Yeah, I think obviously routes on air has been huge, and then just the team periods. But I don't think we really lost any chemistry. I'm super close with all the receivers. Whether it's going out to dinner with them, hanging out with them in the locker room. So I think that's a really actually big emphasis for the quarterbacks is like, hey, if you have a relationship with them off the field, you're just going to feel that much more comfortable with them on the field. So, really just routes on air has really gotten me back to that, when they're going to break and stuff like that.
How do you have a sense for how Drew's holding up? I mean, I don't want any inside info, but just people are wondering.
Yeah, I think he's doing good. Has a great positive mindset about it. Obviously upset about it, like everyone would be, and is. But I think he's done a good job having a positive mindset coming into the locker room. Dapping up the guys, saying what's up, and then for me, like, he's continuously texting me back and forth, and I think he's doing a good job with it and holding up really well.
How do you think James Franklin should be remembered by the Penn State community, and personally, how will you remember his time as the coach here?
Yeah, personally, part of the reason I chose Penn State was because of Coach Franklin. Something I was looking for was a family atmosphere, and somebody that really cared for you as a person and a player. And I think that's part of the reason, why he was so successful here is because he was able to do that and really cared for people, in the program and just across State College. Like, I think, the whole town should remember him as that. And, I know guys were upset about it just because that's the type of guy he is. Like, he's just a great guy to be around and just really personable.
Terry said that both you and him are in a situation you probably didn't anticipate this week. How do you lean on each other as it's a new head coach quarterback duo here?
Yeah, me and Coach Smith really have to lean on each other. Like I mentioned earlier, continuous meetings with him. He pulled me into his office and kind of just told me, like, he was just being honest with me, and he wanted that same feedback from me, just to be honest with him about what I'm seeing. So I think having that middle ground has been super important for both of us, just to be on the same page and be connected.
Thanks, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.